Imagine walking through an estate sale, browsing through old trinkets and forgotten relics, when your eyes land on a simple wooden wine cabinet. It looks ordinary enough, but there's something unsettling about it, an air of mystery that seems to linger around it. What you don't know is that this unassuming box carries with it a chilling legend, a curse that has haunted every person who dared to own it. This is the story of the Dybbuk Box, one of the most infamous haunted objects in history, a relic that has left a trail of terror in its wake. The legend of the Dybbuk Box is rooted in Jewish folklore. In traditional Jewish mysticism, a Dybbuk is a malevolent spirit, one that clings to the living, possessing them and wreaking havoc on their lives. These spirits are believed to be restless, wandering souls that have not found peace in the afterlife. According to ancient customs, powerful rabbis would trap these spirits inside objects, sealing them away forever. The Dybbuk Box is said to be one such artifact, a wine cabinet that allegedly contains the spirit of a Dybbuk locked inside to prevent it from latching onto another unfortunate soul. For decades, the box remained hidden away, but in the early 2000s, it resurfaced and its terrifying legacy began to unfold. In 2001, an antique shop owner named Kevin Mannis attended an estate sale in Portland, Oregon. Among the many items up for sale were personal belongings of a recently deceased 103-year-old woman, an elderly Jewish woman who, according to her family, had survived the Holocaust. Mannis was drawn to a peculiar wooden wine cabinet. The woman's granddaughter explained that her grandmother had always warned the family to never open the box, insisting that it was sealed for a reason. She believed the box contained something evil and should never be disturbed. Despite the ominous warning, Mannis purchased the box, thinking it was just another antique he could restore and sell. What he didn't know was that his life was about to take a terrifying turn. After bringing the Dybbuk Box to his antique shop, Mannis decided to examine its contents. When he finally opened it, he found several peculiar items inside: 2 1920s pennies, a lock of blonde hair tied with a cord, a lock of dark hair tied with a cord, a small golden goblet, a dried rosebud, a candle holder with strange engravings. At first, these objects seemed harmless, but soon after, strange occurrences began to unfold. Employees in Mannis's shop started reporting an overwhelming feeling of unease near the cabinet. Lights flickered, electronics malfunctioned, and objects mysteriously moved on their own. An inexplicable scent of jasmine flowers would suddenly fill the air, only to be replaced moments later by the pungent stench of ammonia. Then, the nightmares began. Both Mannis and his employees reported having eerily similar dreams, visions of a dark, shadowy figure looming over them, whispering in a language none of them could understand. The feeling of an invisible presence grew stronger, and disturbing events followed wherever the box was taken. Realizing that the box might be cursed, Mannis decided to gift it to his mother as a surprise, but the moment she received it, disaster struck. That very same day, his mother suffered a sudden stroke. She survived but was left unable to speak properly. When she finally managed to communicate, she wrote 2 chilling words on a notepad: hate, gift. Terrified, Mannis tried to get rid of the Dybbuk Box, selling it to various buyers. However, each new owner returned it shortly after, claiming to have experienced the same disturbing phenomena: nightmares, unexplained bruises, whispers in the night, and an overwhelming sense of dread. One of the last buyers, a college student, reported seeing the apparition of an old, haggard woman while bruises mysteriously appeared on his body. The box was passed from owner to owner, each of them desperate to rid themselves of its curse. Eventually, the Dybbuk Box landed in the hands of Jason Haxton, the director of a medical museum. Fascinated by its history, he acquired the box and began researching its origins. Almost immediately, Haxton began experiencing symptoms similar to those of previous owners: horrific nightmares, sudden illnesses, and an unsettling presence lurking in his home. His office, where he kept the box, became a place of dread. Visitors reported feeling sick or drained of energy in its presence, and Haxton himself started suffering from health issues that doctors couldn't explain. Desperate for answers, Haxton consulted Jewish scholars and mystics. They advised him to bury the box deep in the ground, sealing the spirit inside once more. However, instead of burying it, Haxton encased the box in a protective container and hid it away, hoping to neutralize its dark influence. The chilling tale of the Dybbuk Box eventually caught the attention of Hollywood. In 2012, producer Sam Raimi created the horror film The Possession, a fictionalized retelling of the box's alleged supernatural power. The film's release reignited interest in the Dybbuk Box, bringing the legend to a worldwide audience. However, with Hollywood's involvement came skepticism. Paranormal investigators and skeptics began dissecting Manus's claims, questioning whether the Dybbuk Box was a genuine haunted artifact or an elaborate hoax designed to fuel urban legend and boost sales. As more people investigated the Dybbuk Box, inconsistencies in Manus's story began to emerge. Some researchers argued that the box's haunting could be nothing more than a case of mass hysteria, fueled by suggestion and expectation. Manus later admitted that parts of the story had been fabricated, but he maintained that the box carried an unexplainable force. Whether psychological or supernatural, the eerie experiences of those who came into contact with the Dybbuk Box were undeniable. Today, the Dybbuk Box resides in the Haunted Museum in Las Vegas, owned by paranormal investigator Zak Bagans, host of Ghost Adventures. Bagans, intrigued by the box's infamous reputation, acquired it from Haxton and made it one of the museum's most well-known attractions. Visitors have reported experiencing intense feelings of fear and anxiety while standing near the box. Some claim to have seen shadowy figures, while others report sudden dizziness or even fainting upon viewing it. In 2018, musician Post Malone visited the museum and, after touching the Dybbuk Box while Bagans opened it, suffered a series of unfortunate events, including a near-fatal plane malfunction, a car accident, and a home invasion. Was it pure coincidence, or was the box's curse still active? Despite skepticism and controversy, the Dybbuk Box remains one of the most infamous haunted objects in modern history. Some believe it is truly cursed, a vessel for an ancient evil spirit. Others insist it is nothing more than a well-crafted myth, amplified by media and superstition. But one thing is certain: the legend of the Dybbuk Box continues to fascinate and terrify those who hear its tale. So, if you ever come across an antique box with a mysterious past, ask yourself, do you really want to know what's inside? Another mystery uncovered, but many more remain hidden in time. Subscribe and join us as we unravel history's greatest secrets. The next story is closer than you think.